in Foxborough, Mass. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the New England Patriots. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Stroud looks to throw on the first play. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. The end result, 21 yards.
I'm sure after he called the ball and looked up, he thought to himself, uh-oh. Trying to find some space, trying to make people miss. But a swarm of defenders were there, and they dropped him behind the line of scrimmage.
On the bootleg, Stroud. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete.
Nice job there, forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now a run. Here's the rookie from USC. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Christian getting in there to drop him. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
On is the punter, Townsend, as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. A carry here for Trevion Henderson. Azeez Al-Shaair in to make the stop. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now 2nd and 9. Here's Maye. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot 1st down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Another target for Stephon Diggs, and he brings it in. So nothing doing there, and it'll be 2nd down.
If you're a wide receiver and they call a screen pass, you're counting on some people being out in front of you blocking. But that play was well diagnosed by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, and they got there and swarmed and finished off the play.
Maye going to give it to Henderson. They juked him. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. They finally caught up to him there at the end of the play, but great inside handoff, and what a powerful run.
The first few yards seemed relatively easy. Then it got tougher, right? And that's where he showed that he was not going to go down easily. He was not going to be denied until he got everything he could out of that run.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. On the counter, it's Henderson. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. 1 yard and now no yards. Have him looking up in a 3rd and 9 situation. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go that sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
Gets around him, and he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one good for 13 and a New England 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They'll run it. This is Ramondre Stevenson. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Up the middle, here's Henderson. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Now Maye on the sneak. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the 1st.
It's a gain of 2.
Give him 2 on the play there. And the Pats are set up now with a 1st and goal.
1st down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
They'll run here with Henderson. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the 1st battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Looking to throw. Maye. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Douglas. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now.
8 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
Now Maye on the sneak. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Pats get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. Last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Play action. Stroud now. Open man, that's Jaden Higgins. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
First down. It's a gain of 20. First down, Texans.
Stroud off the play fake. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Stroud going to give to Marks. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He's probably on the next tier. But let me tell you something. If he becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive to be one of the best, we'll see more of that in the future.
And a short gain down to about the 33. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Stroud sets up the play action. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That's some good running from Stroud, and he gets them the first down.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play. And the Texans first down.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Marks now on 1st and 10. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Now to change things up, Stroud will throw it. And a little floater there is incomplete.
He was defended by Marcus Jones.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Stroud out of the gun here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Dalton Schultz, 27 yards. And the Texans are an extra point away from drawing level. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
It was Danielle Hunter to make the play in the backfield.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. It's complete to Diggs. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down is Maye. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. Straight ahead, Henderson. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 67 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
They'll throw with Maye. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To the air, Maye. He finds Douglas complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot.
There's Henry. Touchdown, Patriots. Hunter Henry. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Patriots have taken the lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
Texans 7.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. And Stroud now to throw. Here's Higgins out of the right side. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Play action. Here's Stroud. He'll swing this out to Marks. And he's taken down inside the 30. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in the open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up the first down.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Throwing now is Stroud. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
A little bit of finger pointing and heavy discussion going on in the defensive backfield. It's man coverage, but they leave a guy wide open. They've got to be counting their lucky stars that this ball was overthrown.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Stroud to throw it. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Milton Williams breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Stroud working out of the gun. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Christian Kirk from 13 yards out. And the Texans are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. New England's offense set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
It's a pickup of 3.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
To throw, it's Maye. And Diggs has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Throwing here is Maye. That pass complete. Here's Butte with it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Maye. Gets this complete to Butte. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking for his man on the out route, and he's got Diggs. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Henderson. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on first down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Second and goal from the 1. Once more with Henderson. And this time he'll get in. Touchdown, New England.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14.
21, Texans 14.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Texans back out there and ready to go. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Stroud looking to throw. Got a man. It's Collins complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. A shotgun snap to Stroud. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Stroud. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
2nd and 10. The throwing again is Stroud. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 35. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. Here's Stroud. And one more time, here's Kirk. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
That's another Texans 1st down. It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Texans 1st down.
Now Stroud. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Second and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. They'll look to throw again. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. The linebacker, Robert Spillane, making a big play. And he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got...
Touchdown, Texans. Nico Collins from 10 yards out. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the 1st half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Pats going to get one final possession in this 1st half. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And how about that for just running out the clock? Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds Douglas complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Maye. Douglas with a grab over the middle. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And his kick is good. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. And the Texans going to get the football one final time here in this first half. 1 second, all that remains. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. Final play of the half, Stroud. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And it's knocked away and incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And able to get this out to the 25. And the Patriots going to take over here to start quarter number 3. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 108 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Off the play fake, here's Maye. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And nothing much materializing there in the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sit through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, Maye with it. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 30. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
First and 10.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans will take over here just shy of the 30. Play action. Stroud now. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3rd and 5. Throwing now is Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
They had 2 tight ends in the formation on that one. It looked to me like he had his pick of receivers downfield.
I think he was just planning on going over the middle. That's what he did.
Picked up first down, too.
They run straight ahead with Marks. He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Stroud working out of the gun. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
And Stroud now to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 36. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
Up the middle, it's Marks. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Running lanes run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
At the Patriots' 30-yard line.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. On the give, here's Marks. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll try and run forward Marks. And he is going to have a Texans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a hunting down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Stroud to throw it. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Milton Williams picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Another try after the first down sack. Stroud. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds is just inside the 25-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 4. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Stroud looking to throw. They set up the screen. Marks. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. But plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. A little juke. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. New England trying to get to place on offense. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it. Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
To throw, it's Maye. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Maye. He finds his man, complete. It's Douglas. And he will have a Patriots first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. Now he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
Yeah, great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 28. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Throwing here is Maye. Gets this complete to Butte. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 6-yard line.
Douglas, the man in motion. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. This offense so far on 3rd down, they haven't been stopped yet. A perfect 7 for 7. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
No gain? Quarterback sneak? No gain? Aren't you supposed to get something out of that?
Yeah, needed a full yard there.
Is on for the Patriots field goal. A 22-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
After the made field goal, back out is Gonzalez to kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Looking to put a drive together. On the ground, it's Marks to start the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. You just saw the speed, folks, of Marcus Jones back there in a flash to drop him.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Give him the completion, no gain, but let's focus in on that tackle. Open field tackling, the hardest thing to do in the game, I believe.
But when you get outside the tackle box, it becomes a numbers game. The defense had more than they could block. This pass complete to Higgins. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Patriots take over. They'll throw with Maye. That pass complete. Here's Butte with it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, Maye. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To the air, Maye. Looking for his man at the out route, and he's got Diggs. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 45-yard line.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
On first down, it's Henderson. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle, because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Short pass caught by Henry. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now it's 3rd and 4.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Maye. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 26. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Touchdown, Patriots! Keyshawn Boutte, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Patriots are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Now that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
34, Texans 24.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Looking to put a drive together. Here's Stroud. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
They'll let this go deep for Collins. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Stroud. Checks this down to Marks out of the backfield. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Here goes Stroud again. That is caught. And he is going to have a Texans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. And a 2-score game, obviously. Every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Play action. Stroud now. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Let's give him the credit he deserves because he can really do no wrong. It's got to be demoralizing for a defense to have someone who can cut up your secondary all game long with his arm and then rip off a huge gain like this with his legs. A championship effort from that man under center.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
From the 21, here's the 2nd and 8. Stroud. Got a man. It's Collins complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Throwing now is Stroud. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Christian Kirk, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score Patriots 34, Texans 31.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. New England's offense set to go. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
135 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. 2nd down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Maye going to give it to Henderson. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Maye. And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. Looking to put a drive together. They'll begin on the ground with Marks. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
And Stroud now to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Here comes 2nd down. Here's Stroud. He'll get this complete to Collins.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. Well, the noise got to be an issue now offensively. Here's 3rd and 6. Stroud. And he's got this down to the 35. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Texans.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans have taken a 4th quarter lead. What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So the Patriots now down by 4, a little under a minute to go. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on 1st down. He'll look to throw. He finds Douglas complete. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 34-yard line.
Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll look to throw. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Final minute, one timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
This is 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Back to throw. That's caught by Davis. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 22-yard line.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Remember, the one timeout still available as they come up 1st and 10. Another target for Stephon Diggs, and he brings it in. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Off the play fake, here's Maye. They'll check this down to Henderson out of the backfield. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 4-yard line.
They come up now on 2nd and 2. To the air, Maye. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And not enough on the throw that time as that one is incomplete. Defensively now, one more play to stop. What are they looking for?
You want to take away their #1 running option that you've scouted and take away their #1 receiver and see if someone else can beat you.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. That's caught by Diggs. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Patriots winners here at home as we say so long from Foxborough.